Hello everybody, welcome on back to baseball here on youtube.com/SeanOsaurusRex. I'm Sean, and we've been struggling over the last 4 games. We are 2-2, and I'd like to think that it's going to get better, but the Pittsburgh Pirates are coming to town, and I don't think that it's going to. We have been off in our hitting. We've been struggling at times with the pitching and the defense, but we'll see what we can do here against Jameson Taillon. He has a 4-7 record with a 4.02 ERA, taking on Brian Wu, 10-1 with a 2.61 ERA. Happy 4th of July. I guess. Let's play today's game. Open and overcast, that's fine. Alright, so do we get one more game with Julio? We can flip Crawford for Bliss. Yeah, dang it. Dang it. Alright, we'll put Marlowe in center. Man, I don't know what to do with this lineup then. Marlowe should not be in the 3 spot. I'll go ahead. Oh boy, this lineup. We're going to have to probably have him. So Solano's going to go left, center, and right over the next, between yesterday, today, and tomorrow, most likely. I don't know what to do. I gotta stop. I gotta figure out how to manage this stuff better. But we don't often have 17 game stretches, but we are gonna have one right after the All-Star break, so that kind of sucks. Fudge. I'd Marlowe in the 3. I guess it's a lefty. It's a little lefty lane against a righty pitcher. Oh, and Marlowe has decent speed. Okay, we're fine. Actually, it's not that big of a deal. I am confusing Marlowe with the other guy. Maybe Shenton. No. Who did we have previously? Because we lost somebody.
From the home of the Mariners.
God, who could know? Who could even know? Hopefully it's not a cloudy day on the 4th of July over in Seattle.
It's the Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the Seattle Mariners.
People enjoying a 1:10 p.m. start. Spencer Horowitz is batting .397 over his last 16 games. Andrew McCutchen, .526 over his last 6. Wu's been dominant on the mound as of late. Gilbert has a big game on the mound in an extra inning loss versus the Royals. The bullpen over the last 5 games for the Pirates. 14.2 innings pitched to a 1.84 ERA, 12 strikeouts. Looking around the league, the Yankees win in extra innings versus the Blue Jays. The Royals beat us in extras. The Dodgers win their 8th straight. Emmanuel Class A leads the American League in saves with 32 now. Shohei Ohtani records his 600th career RBI, which I think we already saw. Sasaki increases his the NL win total lead to 12. Tanner Scott saves his 26th game. A lot of LA stuff there. Cleveland, LA, and New York, I guess. Cleveland and LA for the most part. Guardians move within 2 games of the Tigers in the AL Central, and Tanner Scott ties the NL save lead with 26. Quick look at your farm reports.
First pitch coming your way next.
It is game number 88.
About to get started here. Our starting pitcher in this one, Ryan Wu.
Tell
us about him in that sub-3 ERA, Singy.
Well, anytime you can keep your ERA under 3, you're doing a lot of things right, and you're putting your team in a position to win a lot of ball games as well. And he's doing tremendous out there on the mound. Every time he gets the ball, you expect him to go out there and dominate, and that's what he's been to this point. We'll see how he is today.
O'Neal Cruz, I love having you on my
the batter now, O'Neal Cruz.
one team, my Diamond Dynasty.
And a strike on the outside corner.
Strike zone's a little wide here. That's not
made for baseball, the 4th of July.
Oh, it has like a little band on it. Interesting.
Next offering is
fouled away.
And that's a little bit high. Now 1-2.
Third pitch of this ball game, that one right in the zone, but it's called for a ball, man. That's frustrating, but you got to stay focused. Keep making that pitch. You're going to get the strike call.
cut on and lifted in the air.
Well,
settles under it and makes
those are two pitches where you don't think you're gonna. I don't think you're gonna get both of them. Like it's a little funky. Can we please just turn the camera off? Goodness gracious, touchpad. We can't be this irritated with the computer already. Those are two pitches where you don't think you're going to get both of them. 50-50 makes sense. Not the worst thing in the world.
You see these guys, even during batting practice, when it doesn't matter, they're practicing that type of approach, Boog. And when you have that filtering through the organization, even when you call up a player, he steps right in.
And it's just sliding inside a little too much.
They have established at this level, which ultimately leads to a lot of success.
There we go.
Miss as he was out front that time. 1 out, base is empty. And there's a ball.
Ooh.
You know, you translate on base percentage.
Blue is just barely missing.
Base percentage, they don't make outs at a very high rate. As my buddy Joe Sheehan says, OBP is life. Up the middle, and it finds its way through.
Okay, so we do need to remember that Marlowe does not have a very strong arm.
Batting third, the left fielder, number 10, Brian Reynolds.
Brian Reynolds here. Pitch misses, and that's ball 1. Wu, in his 3rd season, 25 years old, and he was a 6th-round draft pick in 2021. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Reynolds with a homer in his last game. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Grounder might be 2. There's 1. Double play.
I'm a little surprised that we got the double play there. And for whatever reason, it is just a slow turn at times with this team. And in the scenario that we had yesterday and the scenario that we had today, it's more, I think, where the batter or where the player is. In this case, like Bliss in a very weird spot right next to second, but Polanco's on top of the base this time where it wasn't last time.
Back in Seattle.
Nearly avoided a mess there.
Well, you can see his whip is a little above the league average. Not bad, but I think in this one, he's going to need to control that a little bit better. Try to limit hitters from getting on base. Stay in that windup.
All right, what are we dealing with today? 4-seam at 94, a cutter at 89, a sweeper at 82, 12-6 at 82, and a sinker at 95.
Doesn't do more damage and put his team behind the 8 ball.
Victor Robles.
There is the sweeper.
Takes a strike.
They are currently in the wild card. Good job for the Pittsburgh Pirates, outperforming their real-life counterparts. We will have a scheme start on Sunday.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
And a foul ball, he stays alive.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Squeezes it, and there's 1 away. And now we check out the Mariners lineup.
Third baseman,
a guy who's been huge for them over the last month plus, Victor Robles.
Well, Boog, he's a guy to watch because he capitalizes on the big situations as well as anyone. Hitting over 350 with runners in scoring position. And you know what that means? That means he's a key player for this offense because he can really drive them in when the team needs him the most. He's been clutch all year.
Donovan Solano
of course.
stands in now and watches strike 1. Next over in
right,
there for a
all
strike.
right.
And a count is
All right.
0-2. Passing misses. It's a strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there.
We can't be this irritated already.
Batting third,
Cannot be this fucking irritated.
Marlowe.
God, that's awful. On the sweeper, it's 2 pretty hittable pitches and then just an absolute disaster.
And
That's
that
low.
misses. And that is ball 1.
Oh, I guess I should have put the City Connect stuff on, huh?
There's a strike.
One way to make a guy really
Fuck off.
uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
Oh, I'm so
2
irritated.
out, space is empty. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Close, but called a ball.
Kinda needed that one.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it
I'll
again.
take it. It was a contact swing. It's right at the bottom of the zone, so it's not the worst. Not the worst in the world. There we go. It is just a single, but it's nice to get something going. We really struggled hitting the ball yesterday. And we had kind of a similar experience where the first at-bat wasn't great. The second at-bat in this game was pretty bad. But then finally with the third at-bat, we were able to see some pitches.
That one finds the zone.
That one probably should have been crushed. Fuck off. God damn it.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Tyon with the move to first. That misses
there we
the
go.
zone. 2-2.
There we go.
Knocks
There
that
we
one
go.
away, and we'll do it again. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here in game 1 of this 3-game set.
Got me.
Swings
Yep.
through it, and that's a strikeout. 1 left for Seattle. We played an inning, no score. Top of the second, and now the first baseman, Spencer Horwitz.
Spencer Horwitz.
Woo, back to work. Just missed.
That's a good pitch there.
Come on.
Really had
Is
some
this going to be the
finish.
fucking Boston
Up
series
and
all over
just
again?
on the edge.
Just everything's just right on the edge, and none of it is going to go the way that I need it to.
Grounds 1 to short. Bliss.
There we go.
In
Nice play,
play,
Bliss.
to first.
Nice
Leadoff
play.
Retired here in the second.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
McCutcheon.
Here's Andrew McCutcheon to hit.
Oh, this fucking controller.
Swings and misses. Strike 1. And a big
I need to
swing
take
and a
some
miss.
aspirin. I feel like there's a headache coming on, and it's not just playing this fucking video game.
Zone move from Clyde. Nothing crazy though. Pitchers that work consistently down around the knees and are able to command their off-speed stuff tend to have some pretty good success with him back there behind the plate.
Got him. 2 down.
There we go. Sorry to former cover star. MLB The Show 13?
2 out, spaces
MLB 13 The Show? I forget. There's a weird naming convention there for a while.
Gets the
There we
slider
go.
in there for a strike. And a pitch. And that's in for a
There we
strike.
go.
And it's 0-2.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
There we go. Swing and a miss. All right.
And 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score.
All right, no score. 1 hit for each team. We're going to see if we can figure some things out here with Luke Raley.
And now for Seattle, Luke Raley.
We did end up looking at 20 pitches in that first inning, which is a positive.
Swung on, belted.
Go.
That one back there.
Go.
Bangs off the wall. Safe at second.
Was it Raley that had the absolute rip of a double in yesterday's game with nobody out and we couldn't do anything with it? We looked at 3 pitches and it was 3 outs and just fucking horrible.
To carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Now it's Randy Arozarena.
It's a good take. Cutter inside for a strike.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
The next offering misses. Yeah, the count 1 and 2.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Curve in the dirt, kicks away.
Just head back. We don't need to be too aggressive here.
Runner holds tight as the count moves to 2 and 2.
74 strength. Okay. Key Brian Hayes, he was on our team one year.
That one missed.
I miss you.
No outs. Runner on second. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Yeah.
That's a tough spot.
It's a great at-bat right there. Good send to get him to third.
Now the runner moves up. Those moments can be really frustrating.
In now is the Mariners DH, Austin Shenton. Good power, not great in the OBP department.
The unfortunate thing for him, pardon me, is that the sweeper works really well against me, but he isn't really commanding it all that well. I say as he absolutely buries one.
Swing and a ground ball. Sneaks through. Base
Okay.
hit, and they strike first.
There we go. On the 12-6, we drive it out to left. Hell yeah.
To this one, other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
First and second, no outs. And stepping in for the Mariners, Jorge Polanco.
He's been really clutch with runners in scoring position.
Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone.
Let's go! Let's go!
3-run dinger.
Fuck yes.
150th career homer. It's
It's a way to do it, too. A 3-run blast to give us a 4-0 lead.
Fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Ryan Bliss up next for the Mariners. Fastball for a strike.
All right, fastball in.
Really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
Oh, cutter. Ooh.
And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Wow,
It's a good location. It's a little frustrating, the result on that one. We haven't seen that as consistently on our side.
He found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
And that one is lifted in the
Unfortunately,
air.
that is just an
Reynolds
out.
trying to get there. He
On.
makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, third baseman, Donovan.
Here's Donovan Solano.
He's not the power guy, but he can hurt you to all parts of the ballpark.
Pitch misses inside. Ball 1.
No strike.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
Darn, early
4
on it.
runs already in the frame at bottom half of inning number 2. Fastball is outside.
Kind of needed that call to be out, if I'm being honest.
Hit in the air, center field.
Darn,
Cruz
that's
moving under it.
That's a hittable pitch,
The
but
grab,
just
and that's
didn't.
the inning.
I don't know how hittable it is. We
for
obviously we didn't pull it in, so we scored 4 runs with nobody out, and then just 3 very quick outs. We're one, I don't know. We're through that ball like 3 feet to the right, and it's a very different story.
Welcome back.
Leading off
And
for
coming off a
Pittsburgh,
series where the
pitcher,
pitching
number
was
5, Andy.
outstanding.
Pitching was outstanding. We had some defensive lapses, and we just could not get the offense going in a consistent manner. Weird series against the Royals there, a hidden frustration.
First offering, and it just misses.
I mean, come on. It's not quite as in as the bottom left would show, but like, that's a strike, man.
That catches the corner. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. And they'll do it again. Popped up. Rayleigh under it. Makes the grab, 1 away.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Triolo.
So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Jared Triolo. Foul ball.
Okay.
That clips
There
the
we
corner.
go. There we go. Slider outside. Strike 3. There we go.
On strikes.
Those were great
And Hayes is
locations.
third of
Love
the
that.
game.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Now batting Key Brian Hayes. Oh, he doesn't get the call.
That's a
And
strike.
it's
That's
1-0.
a strike, and it's not close. I miss you, Key Brian Hayes. You were great. I believe it was
Base hit. That was
2023 that he was on the
infield.
team.
So now back to the top of the order.
Sometimes the computer just makes wild
Here's O'Neal
trades.
Cruz. Flied to right his first time. Outside low.
Okay.
Ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
And that's a strike.
It's amazing to look up and see 88 miles per hour on that changeup. Back in the day, that was a pretty good fastball. But with high velocities these days, that speed differential.
Hey, nicely done, Robles. A little surprised that you were the guy to get that,
They
but
trail it here.
I'll take it.
4-0. And we're back. And now the center fielder, Cade
The
Marlowe.
center fielder, Cade Marlowe.
And that's outside.
Okay.
And that's ball 1.
Well, these Mariners doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. And here's
No,
a stat for you,
Sean.
Boo. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
Way out
Ooh,
front
wow,
for
way out in
strike
front.
2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
let's take a
And now
take a
before
timeout.
round 2, time is called at home
This is a
plate.
bad at bat with Marlowe. There we go. Good take.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
In the dirt.
There we go. A couple of good takes right there.
Fly ball center field.
Just got under it.
And there's one down. Stepping in the
Now
long
batting,
ball threat.
the catcher.
Now Raleigh.
Now.
He's one of the best players in the game.
No,
And a
Sean.
foul ball. Foul ball there.
Damn.
One down, base is empty. Stays
Ugh.
alive. Foul
Damn.
ball still 0-2.
Missed that.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Ball one there.
Got me with a
Swing and a miss.
fucking...
He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
It's the same fucking
Really?
thing.
Up next
Everything was
for the
up, and then it was a 12-6. It was a movement pitch out of the zone.
That one finds the corner. Strike one. And look out.
Plunked him right on the
That one
cheeks.
ran in and got him.
Take your base.
He had 2
Rayleigh's
strikes
been hit a
on
few
him,
times lately.
and he hit him. Randy Arozarena up next for the Mariners. Walked his first time. In the dirt,
No ball.
but kept
One
close. Action in the pen down there. Bailey Falter.
God damn it.
Sitting up in case he's called upon by Derek Shelton.
That sweeper.
And the 0-1. And that
There
is
it is
out of
again.
play. Rayleigh off of first with 2 away.
There's no way Raleigh...
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. On to first. In time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him. And that's that. Mariners leave 1. They lead 4-0.
How low was that pitch out of the zone?
Welcome back to the
Leading
ballpark
off for Pittsburgh,
as we
the
check
shortstop,
out the current
Isaiah.
playoff picture.
Cool, we get to look at the NL playoff picture. Nice. I was hoping that they would mix it up when we saw inter-league games, so that's a positive. LA, Atlanta. So it'd be Atlanta and San Diego. No, Milwaukee. Milwaukee is the team I was trying to think of. Obviously, the Pirates aren't really. They're not in it.
That's
They're
it
technically
there.
not in it there.
Well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
On the ground, right
Well, we're not
side.
throwing a ton of first pitch
He
strikes because
steps
we're not
on
getting the
bag.
calls.
1 up, 1 down.
Like it's not that we're not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. We missed some spots here and there, but we're also not getting some of the
He
calls that
running
we
to the
should be
plate
getting.
now. He hit into a double play his first time up. That one
Ooh.
pushed to the left and foul. Reynolds, multi-time All-Star, 30 years old now, and he was a second-round pick back in 2016. Hit hard
Nice
on the
play,
ground.
Bliss.
And
Get
they take care of
there.
Reynolds for the out.
Up next for the Pirates, the first baseman, Spencer Horwitz.
2 down, bases empty. Spencer Horwitz,
Yeah, we
the
have a
next
very-
Pirate to hit. Grounded
We have
out
a
his
very
first
weak
time.
infield at the moment.
Just off the inside edge. 2 down, nobody
It's not really
out.
that
Top
close,
half of inning
but
number 4.
we've seen a couple calls go against us.
This one ripped, but foul to the right. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. 2 outs. That misses.
Ooh,
And the count
darn.
now even up. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Set him down. Damn it. He's on it. He's seeing what I'm throwing up there pretty well. We throw another circle change. We probably should double up on a fastball or something.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
Or maybe double up on the spot. Just speed him up a little bit.
Foul ball in a row.
There's a swing and a drive. And it gets into the
Wow,
corner,
that's a
but it's
foul ball.
Really
Very
nice swing as
tall.
he gave that one a ride the opposite way, but it sliced just foul down into the corner. That had extra bases.
Oh my
written
God.
all over it.
Horowitz.
It stayed fair.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. About to see the 11th pitch of the at-bat here. Gets a
Oh
piece
my gosh.
and stays alive.
Oh
That's
my
foul off
God.
to the right side, keeps the AB going. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Bucks go down quietly. They're down 4-0. Welcome back.
Okay, so we get into the bullpen here. Bailey Falter's going to come out. 3.64 ERA.
His first
16
test
games
from
with
the left
42
side,
innings
and that's
pitched.
been a struggle for him this season. They've been seeing him pretty well and doing some damage against him.
Now it's the Mariners
Leading up
DH.
for the
Austin
Mariners,
Shenton.
the designated hitter.
94 on a
single.
fastball, slider at
His last
88,
time up.
12-6 at 80, 2-seam at 94, splitter at 89. Oh boy.
That's
1-0.
Just
inside.
that way inside.
And another ball. That one missed, now 3-0. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it could be a little tough coming
Hands
from
off the
bullpen
control.
mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
Three balls. Two
Time.
Take a timeout here. See if we can lock in, not overthink this lefty-lefty matchup.
Foul ball,
Okay.
and it
Hey, I'll take it.
remains a full count.
Oh,
Next offering
darn.
popped in the air, right field.
He'd really only had success in the zone, like middle and lower.
Now
So I was
batting,
surprised to
the
see him go
second
high, but I don't think that that's where he
Now
wanted that
Ray
pitch.
Polanco. He's already homered in this game. And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. Yeah, that's fouled off. In the air, left side.
So he's gone with that as a payoff pitch, that 12-6 a couple of times, and he's missed
the batter,
missed
number one,
twice.
shortstop,
2 outs,
Ryan.
base is empty. Ryan Bliss now at the plate. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it, so that's a good take by him.
Two
That
balls.
one almost
No
got
strike.
him.
Ooh, okay.
2-1.
Two strike fastball.
That to right.
Damn, he is throwing that 12-6 curve, and
Drops into the glove.
it is
And
not
that's the
dropping.
inning.
It's just not dropping the way he wants it to, and we can't adjust to it. That's 3 of those that we popped out on.
And welcome back to the
Leading off for
ballpark.
Pittsburgh,
New
the right
inning getting
fielder,
started.
Andrew.
And now it's Andrew McCutcheon.
Well, we were doing okay pitch-wise, or pitch count-wise, until we saw the Horowitz at bat. Oh, good
Swing
God.
and a
Okay.
pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And there's one down. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Nick Gonzalez. Called strike right there.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field.
That's a wild play to see, by the way, in real time. Raleigh just missed a tag on Bobby Witt Jr. It's a great move by Witt Jr. to
staying closed. If he does that,
get
he's gonna
around
be able
it,
to
but
go
also,
up the middle
like,
the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Rodriguez at the
one
plate for the
drifted
second
inside.
time as he takes ball 1. The Pirates down by 4, and we're at the top of the 5th.
Oh,
Sneaks
Solano.
through, base hit.
I complimented Solano, and then I feel like it's just not gone super well at the hot corner. And we did have a pretty large exit velocity, 97.
So
It's
now the
ripped right up
DH
the
here,
line.
Jared Triolo.
Might be the end of the line for
And
Brian
there's a
Wu.
strike. Left field, way back there. That's back. And that is that. So one left for Pittsburgh.
So he's down to the
They're on the
yellow.
short end of a 4-0 score.
Let's take a look at the lineup before we get too into this offensive set
Welcome
and
back.
figure it
Let's check
out.
what's
We
been
are
going on.
loss-win, well, win-loss, win-loss, win-loss.
Road
Alternated over the last couple of days. So, righty, lefty, righty switch. Might not really be much. Okay. Let's see. Let's go. Let's do that. Oh, actually, I got past him. Okay.
And they had their first hit since the second inning.
Yeah, really struggled over the last couple of innings.
Now the number 2
Now
hitter,
batter,
Donovan
third baseman,
Solano.
Donovan Solano.
Fastball for a strike. Going one.
Let that
These
one go.
Mariners really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Next offering is in for a strike.
0-2.
That 12-6 curve is giving me so much trouble.
Next offering misses down and away.
I feel like I should be identifying it a little bit better because it got me.
him looking. That's a strikeout.
I was looking too hard for the
End to at-bat
12-6.
for the hitter, and I'm
The
sure that's
center
going to
fielder,
sit on him for a
number
little
5,
while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Ripped to third and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that
Up
finds a
next
glove,
for the
but you will
Mariners,
get some high fives.
catcher,
You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Robles dives back in. He swings and fouls one off. Robles leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Oh, great stop. And very nicely done for the out. One left for Seattle.
Damn it.
But they're in front 4-0. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year.
Brian Hayes.
We're looking good. Okay, so let's get through. Can you give me one more at bat?
You know, these Pirates, just like
one more out, ideally.
They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Just misses with that one.
Gosh darn it. Key Bryant's too good for that.
And that's a little bit high.
That's not what I wanted, and you know that, Gabe.
And there's a ball.
That's me being a little too cute. I acknowledge that one.
Fastball, something in the zone because he does not want to allow the leadoff
I'm
walk.
curious what the stats are on the switch hitter.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2.
Jeez Louise. So they're either fireworks are already going off, which it's July 3rd, by the way, when I'm recording this. Or a car is, like, really backfiring.
And it stays fair.
A couple of guys have given some real tough at-bats.
The throw in safely. It's a double, and his second hit.
Man, that was a pretty good battle at the plate, and I'll tell you, it feels pretty good as a hitter when you grind.
Okay, so then what do we got? Manager, bullpen. Reynolds is fairly even, so I think we maybe try to take the advantage bat. At bat here with Spire, lefty.
And here comes the Mariners manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Ryan Wu done for the afternoon. And he's responsible for the runner on second. So the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Man. If we can roll a 2-ball, that'll be great.
Now pitching for
So
the
out of the
Mariners.
bullpen for the
We're
Mariners.
again very
Spire.
inconsistent with our batting, so the 4-0 lead doesn't feel quite as safe as it usually does.
Attacking these hitters.
And he got to
Now
second.
O'Neal Cruz.
So that erases the double play because I did forget he got to second base.
Spire ready to fire now.
Okay. More just inconsistency in the zone. Pretty frustrating.
Up the middle.
It's a yellow.
And he can't come up with it.
Overthought that one a little bit.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. Connor Falefa getting ready to hit. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And that one in the air center field. Marlowe makes the play. Runner tags from third. The throws.
It's not a bad throw.
He's safe. It's 4-1.
It was a little offline, and I don't think he quite had the strength for it.
You need
But
something in the air and deep
fine.
enough, and that's exactly what he did. Good pass.
God,
to
it's just
baseball.
loud car central outside. Shut the fuck up.
Man at first, one away. A little bit high. Maybe.
That's a fucking strike. Oh my god.
Ground ball right side, could be two. Off balance feed, there's one. To first, not in time.
Yeah, kind of pick our poison there. It's a great play by Polanco. We were able to get him turned around.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Spencer Horwitz. 0 for 2 in this one. Strike on the inside corner. Out to short. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly.
2 errors in the inning. Like, what the fuck?
Second, 2 outs. Here's McCutchen. And that's in for a strike.
That was almost a pitch that tied the fucking game.
As it begins in this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that'll do it.
God damn it.
1 hit, 2 errors, and 2 left stranded.
Every
We go to the
fucking
bottom
time.
half
There's
of
just
inning
some
number 6,
boneheaded
and the
bullshit.
5, 6, 7 slots due up. It's the Mariners 4 and the Pirates 1. Let's check out some notable MVP candidates.
Ooh,
so far
MVP
this season.
candidates. Nice. We haven't seen this one before. Rayleigh in the 1 spot, followed by Judge, and then Castillo even getting some MVP love. Nice. Cool. I don't know that we're going to keep it going with Rayleigh. I would not be surprised if we fall behind there.
And first off,
That was also poor bullpen management on my part. I knew that I probably just needed to get the lefty through the first 4 batters, or I guess the 3 batters that we left him in for. No, it was the 4. I apologize.
Appears to be getting loose.
And then switch to the righty because they don't have a ton of lefties in the lineup. It's a righty switch righty. So I should and we'll schedule Santos to go in.
Up as well. Swing and a
Ooh,
miss.
too aggressive.
And it's 1 and 2.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Off the mark there. Ball 2. Got him looking for the K. That was pretty nasty.
That's right on the edge
Now
of
the
the
left
zone.
fielder, Randy Arozarena. He's 0 for 1.
I think I would struggle to play some of the older games because the
that
pitching
one's
style is a little
fouled
bit
off.
different nowadays. It's top to bottom where it used to be east-west, so left, right, left, whatever.
That one ripped, but foul. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Takes the turn. He's digging
boy.
for second. The throw
He
in,
stops.
and that's a
He
double.
dead stopped it first, and I was too slow to turn that around.
Double into the gap,
Yep.
and that was a really nice swing to beat the inside pitch. He just beat him to the spot. Kept his hands tight inside that baseball, and that just allowed him to drive it into the alley right there.
And now it's going to be Austin
Oh.
Gonzalez. Throw to first in time.
Mance's the runner, but it's gross.
Now batting.
Stepping
the
in,
second baseman,
Jorge Polanco.
Jorge.
And he had a big swing of the bat early on in the ball.
This was huge.
Yep, a 3-run
This is the difference
rocket
between
back
a
in the
tie
second.
game and
Even
a
though it was
3-run
early,
lead.
A big homer like that can be tough to come back
And it
from.
gave me that
when you're on the
animation
other end
that
of
I
thing.
feel like
mean,
it
it's tough.
usually
Sets up an uphill battle the rest
curves
of the way.
foul.
That clips the corner.
Yeah,
This guy
definitely
is
gave
just
up on that
throwing
pitch a little
strike
too
one
soon.
right
We were going to do a whole lot with it
Don't get
anyway.
yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to
Watch
pull
him on the
trigger first
inside.
pitch.
Jesus. I said it and I just...
Arozarena on third with 2 out. Now
Take a
time
timeout.
called at the plate. In the air out to center. And that'll
There we
fall
go,
for a base
Polanco.
hit. In comes
There's your
the
player
run
of the
from
game.
third.
2
It's
hits,
an RBI
a
single.
home run.
It's 5-1.
a 3-run home run, and then he has a little bloop
Dangerous
shot that
pitch
knocks
if
in
you
a
don't get
Rosarena.
it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time.
And now Ryan Bliss.
Yeah, we weren't committed enough to the top part of the zone.
Here's your 1. Comes up empty.
That 12-6
That's
curve, he
strike
hasn't
two.
been able to throw, and I'm swinging at it in
Asks for time.
every high up spot.
Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field.
Wasn't all that well struck.
Pulls that one
It's
down,
okay
and
on the
that's the
contact.
third
All
out.
right.
But the RBI single pushes across a run.
I schedule
It's
someone
now a
in. I don't
5-1
believe I
ball
did.
game. This is Mariners baseball on the show Northwest.
No longer in a save situation. I did. I actually scheduled someone in. Wow.
We're in the seventh.
Let's go, Santos.
Pitcher on the mound, Gregory Santos.
Coming on to face a righty here, and he's been fantastic against him this year. His numbers in those matchups are very good.
Nick Gonzalez
Leading off for the
digs
Pirates,
in now.
The second baseman, Nick Gonzalez.
Santos measures 6 feet 2 inches, 25 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Called strike, a sinker at the bottom of the zone.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
Takes it himself. That's the first
Now
out at the
batting,
top of the
catcher,
seventh.
Andy
Up next for the Pirates, Andy Rodriguez. Check swing, called strike.
Yeesh.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Up the middle, and there's a hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Damn.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Snaps it down to second.
Yeesh. Ooh, oh, hold on. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
The Mariners leading by 4 here in the top half of inning number 7. Slapped foul.
Okay. Good job looking, making sure that you're...
On the ground is short, could be 2. 1 at second, but safe at
I was
first.
not.
It's a fielder's choice.
I'm disappointed in myself. It took too long because I was the one looking at the bottom going, do I need to go second?
So up next, Key Brian Hayes.
Been a
On the
little
ground,
irritable
right
today.
Side. Polanco tosses the first. And the inning is over. Pirates lead 1. They're down here 5-1.
Some kind of fireworks are going on. We're where it's July 3rd, correct?
Back here at the ballpark, let's
Leading
check
up
out the
for
latest
Mariners,
news from around the
the
league.
right fielder, Victor Robles.
We don't need a reminder that we lost in extras to the Royals.
Line drive to short and caught.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still
The third
drive you
baseman,
absolutely
Donovan.
crazy.
At the plate, Donovan Solano. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. That clips the corner.
Here we go. Perfect, perfect. Right, 2 and out. That's brutal.
Liner, and this could be trouble.
There we go. It's going to be, might be a tough double. Nah, it should be good. Okay.
And that's
Actually, a stand-up double. I'm surprised by that.
Everything came together for him. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Cade Marlowe up next for the Mariners. 1 for 3. Swing and a miss at a slider.
0-1.
1 out and a runner at second.
Let's go, Mariners.
And that one is downstairs. And the count even 1-1.
Actually, take a look at the bullpen here. Is it the top? Yeah, top, left, right, switch, left. Yeah, we can schedule, we can schedule Pomerantz into the game.
And he hits a ground ball right side. Steps on first for the out. And up next for Seattle, Cal Raleigh. 0 for 3 in this one. And the first
Here
offering
we go. Good
is not
take. Way to make
close.
sure that we didn't fucking.
Just missed.
Swing at a bad pitch.
2-0.
There's a swing and a miss.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Dives, but it kicks off his glove.
All right, there we go. We get a hold of the splitter and drive in a run. Cal Raleigh. Hell yeah.
2 outs, runner at first. Luke Raley up next for the Mariners. Just
Good take.
missed. Smoke to right center, and this
Get the
one's
fuck
gonna
out of here.
go
Let's go.
here.
Let's go.
A gigantic blast. Home run number 30 on the year, and they add to their lead. It's 8-1.
The lefty action
Keep that front
too.
shoulder closed and your body square to the plate, especially when you're facing a left-hander. He did all those things until the very last moment where that hit just
Gonna go
popped.
into the
Hands
bullpen.
came through, nice little lag to it. Carried out nicely.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Bailey Falter gives way, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with a new pitcher after this break. Pirates with a new arm on the mound, Colin
Now
Holderman.
pitching for the
And with the
Pirates,
big deficit on the scoreboard,
Number
he almost
35.
has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Sweeper at 87, a
chance
sinker at
for
100, and a
Randy
cutter at
Arozarena.
94. Jeez.
And first offering is
We
fouled
went
off.
cutter? You went cutter first? Gross. I was dialed up for... I don't know what I was dialed up for there. Too early on that sweeper, I'm guessing.
2 gone, bases empty, but 3
So now we're
runs
just kinda
across
stuck in-
here, the bottom of the 7th.
Stuck in a miserable
Behind
place.
0-2, he steps out for time. Two down, nobody on. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Oh my god.
On its way.
Where were any of these hits during the Kansas City series? Holy shit.
They do it again. Back-to-back homers.
Back-to-back,
And
two
they
different
add on.
pitchers.
It's 9-1. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boo. This is the kind of thing where you really
9-1
start to
here.
notice hitters in a lineup feeding
Hey,
off each
we get a
other.
hold of the-
Collective confidence just continues to grow.
And now
Oh my
here
God,
is
Sean.
Austin
No ball.
Shenton.
1 strike.
Ooh, early on a sinker.
2 outs. And a swing and a
Sean,
miss
what are you
there.
doing?
Just
What are you
not
doing?
able to
Why
catch up
do
to that
you do
velocity.
this?
Time call.
Back-to-back
Chance to
home
collect
runs.
himself
We
down
push this
0-2.
lead out. And then it's just, it's awful. There we go.
2 strike.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. And they're starting to run away. It's now 9-1.
That
It's Major League
that
Baseball
movement
on the
pitch,
show.
sweepers, sliders, from the opposite hand pitcher really give me trouble.
Now pitching.
I
Well,
don't
they're
I
back
don't
in
get
the
it.
arm of the mound to start
Number
the eighth.
31.
Drew Pomeranz
Drew
in the game for the first time this season.
Pomeranz.
Here's the center
Leading off for
fielder,
Pittsburgh,
O'Neal
the center
Cruz.
fielder, O'Neal Cruz.
That one misses, and that is ball one. And a swing and a miss.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front
We
side
do not have a lot of
against this
pitchers with
left-handed
two-seam
breaking ball.
fastballs. Oh my
Swing
fucking
and a
god.
pop-up. Polanco settles underneath it.
I literally have not
Number
thought
one
about
on
that.
the grab.
For this is what, game number 87 or whatever it is, like
Number
Here
7.
is Isaiah
I
Kiner
have
Falefa.
not even
RBI this
thought
last
about the
at-bat.
fact that
Still their only run of the game so far.
And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, one away.
two-seam
And we're at the top of
fastballs.
the
Wild.
eighth.
We have way more
Next
splitters
pitch
and
misses,
like
and
no
it's 1-1.
two-seam fastballs. Too slow.
That one the other way.
Nice
Pulls
play,
it down,
Rayleigh.
and there's two gone.
Now batting, left fielder Brian.
Two down, base is
Reynolds.
empty. Ryan Reynolds will hit next. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. That one pushed foul. Battling
God
here as he
damn it.
fouls it away. And a
There
swing
we
and a
go.
miss.
I
Beat him
don't
with
like
a
that pitch,
fastball.
but whatever.
Nothing doing here for
Whatever.
Pittsburgh. They trail it big. It's
Honestly,
9-1.
couldn't even tell you who used Pomeranz. There was a bunch of transactions at the end of the month, and we even
Back in Seattle,
Ready to go.
ready to
even
go
I think
for
a
the
couple
last half of
after
the
I had
game.
advanced
Now
the
for
day or
Seattle,
whatever. But
Jorge Polanco.
Sweeper 87, sinker 100. Okay.
Holderman back to work.
Sean,
Swing, he went too far, and it's
I
a strike.
just
Swing and a miss. That's the sweeper.
No ball.
And he asks for time before the 0-2
this is probably the pitcher they should have brought in. Of course, we did get a home run off of him.
And that's down and away. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
That was a 4-pitch walk.
And stepping in for the Mariners, Ryan Bliss. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. And that's downstairs. Ball one.
If you're the pitcher, you've got to go right at this guy. It's the number 9 hitter in the lineup. You can't be afraid of contact in this situation.
Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a miss. The M's up big in this one. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate.
Nothing is going to disrupt me trying to get through this series more than this fucking sweeper.
And a 1-2. And that skips into dirt. Out to short.
Okay.
Kiner Falefa. On to first. 2 up, 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's Victor Robles. First pitch misses.
There we go.
And
There
another
we
ball.
go.
Next
There
pitch
we
way
go.
upstairs.
Hands off the controller. We are going to let him just throw whatever. I don't care.
Right through there for a strike.
Okay.
3-1.
Ground
Ooh,
ball
God.
in the middle. That's a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Next to hit, Donovan Solano. First pitch,
go.
and he just misses. Robles, the runner at first with 2 gone. On the ground to the left.
Yeah,
Sends
really
it to
on the cutter.
first. And that is the inning. So 1 hit is all they get. 9th inning coming up. It's the M's 9 and the Pirates 1. Back at the ballpark as we take
we're
a
gonna
check
look
of the
at-
bullpen.
Whoa,
so
we
far
are
this season.
30th in
Horwitz.
innings for the bullpen? Wow. What? That's wild. I thought we were... I don't remember ever really being that low, but we've had a couple of complete games. I would guess the difference isn't super
And
large.
immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
1 strike.
Line drive, and that's a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Bliss got a diamond jump on it, and it wasn't
So next
Wasn't
to
enough.
the plate for Pittsburgh.
well. Here, we'll do this. We'll go ahead and bring in Colin Snyder.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move.
If we got an out, I don't think it was the worst thing in the world, but to try and poke or try and get him through the rest of the game. But with the hit,
Colin Snyder.
we need to just shut this down.
Guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
That was
There's a
way too
swing,
hittable
line
of a
drive, and
fastball.
base hit into right field. Throw comes in. Runner stopped. Second and third. Nobody out.
Waste no time there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field. It doesn't always translate into the game, but right there
I wonder if they're doing...
perfectly.
We were driving home the other day. I don't want to dox myself, but there are empty buildings kind of in our area. That, like empty...
1 ball.
I don't know exactly what they would be for. Kind of warehousey sorts of stuff, just to kind of give you a picture of...
Rosarena makes the catch. Runner tags for home. Play at the plate. Not in time. He's safe. And it's 9-2.
Those can be pretty
But when
fast.
we were coming home the other day, there's like 2 buildings, and then there's like a open space between them for like docks, truck docks. And they were just doing donuts and probably making cool Fast and Furious related videos.
This one in the air.
I forgot about that until now, because I was like, why is there such obnoxious amounts of noise out
That was
there?
a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter
Dipshits.
looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
Triolo stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Pitch misses, and it's 2-0.
No strike.
And that clips the inside
Okay,
corner.
really needed that. I thought that was gonna be a ball 3.
Snyder is just one strike away.
There we go. Okay, a bit of a weird game. I was maybe a little prone to irritation, and you know, at times that really showed. But we somehow end up with a pretty big victory. We get the 4 runs with nobody out. Finally taking advantage of a runner on second with nobody gone. We're able to get 4 runs, and then we get 3 outs, and then we just kind of hold there for a little bit, and then we have another big inning. Inconsistency has been such a problem offensively lately, and it showed again in this game. We give up 2 kind of weird runs. Fortunately for us, the error doesn't hurt us. We just have a really hard time getting the ball in sometimes from left field to cut runs down. But Polanco, he really helped us out. We got the Rayleigh in the Arozarena. Yeah. Rayleigh and Arozarena go back to back. And Snyder comes in. Nobody gets a save. Brian Wu improves to 11-1 on the season, and Jamison Tyone falls to 4-8. Tyone goes 3 innings, pitched 4 hits, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk, 4 earned. Key Brian Hayes was 2 for 3 with a double. He scored a run. Kiner Falefa was 1 for 3. He knocked in a run. Andy Rodriguez was 2 for 4. McCutchen 1 for 4 with a double. Randy Arozarena, your player of the game, which I am very surprised by. Considering the Polanco was 2 for 4 with a home run, knocked in 4 and scored a run. Luke Rayleigh was 2 for 3 with a home run. He had a double. He knocked in 2, scored twice. Arozarena 2 for 3 with a home run, a double, a ribby, and the 3 runs scored. Robles 2 for 5. Brian Wu gets your win. 5 innings pitched, 4 hits, 4 strikeouts, no walks, 1 earned on his line. Yeah, we've had a couple of games in a row now with some funky lineups. And hopefully we can get back to more full strength. But I think Robles will be out tomorrow because of rest. And we win. But we win by 7. So I don't know. It's been a weird stretch here. We have continued to rotate since this Texas series. Game 2, basically. Win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. Loss tomorrow? I don't know. It feels like we need to get tomorrow's game as a victory for us, because we have Skeens on Sunday, and I don't know how well we're going to do against that. Taylor Dollard had a head contusion. Oh, my God. Andrew Heaney is going to be on the mound tomorrow, 4-3 with a 4.13 ERA. Luis Castillo, 15-0 with a 1.70 ERA. That's tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific time here on the channel. Let's rip a pack. We got the 5th inning XP. That started today. So we can get Matt Chapman, that's fine. And then was there anybody that we missed last time around? Oh, we did actually. Craig Kimbrell, sure. Cool. That's helpful, thank you. And then we'll open a pack for sure. Silver, nothing, silver. Abraham Toro. There we go. All right, well, at least we get some stubs. Not a great pack, kind of a funky game, but we get the victory, and that is what is important. We jump out to a 1-0 lead. Can we win the series tomorrow? Find out at 6 p.m. Pacific time by subscribing right over here. Ring the bell down below. You'll be notified when I post new videos. Playlist right here, every day, 6 p.m. Pacific time, and then a video up there. Is it this morning's video? Is it something else? I don't know. You'll just have to click and find out. Thanks again for watching. Good sports, go Mariners. Have a great rest of your night.